Hello, and welcome to this week's PennEnergy News Update. On behalf of our generous sponsor, Deloitte Center for Energy Solutions, who made this broadcast possible, I'm Hilton Price. Petrobras has announced the oil seepage spotted in the Roncador field off the coast of Rio de Janeiro earlier this week was not from any oil produced in that field, and may not have been oil at all. An analysis of the droplets determined they are of a similar makeup to fluids used in drilling operations. Petrobras says there has been no recent drilling in the field. All existing wells have been examined, and the company says the cementing is sufficient. The origin of the fluid is unknown. Petrobras currently has a team working to determine its origin. No surface oil slicks were spotted since the announcement of the seepage. Roncador Field is located 120 kilometers offshore Rio de Janeiro. It is located near the Frade Field, where 3,000 barrels of oil leaked into the Atlantic Ocean last November. The UK government has received environmental data from Total concerning the ongoing gas release at the Elgin wellhead platform. Total says aerial surveillance flights indicate the sheen is dispersing naturally, and analysis results suggest a minimal environmental impact. A Department of Energy and Climate Change spokesman praised Total's environmental study and the manner with which it was made available. An environment group has been set up to review and share information between government and industry environmental advisors to supplement the information provided by Total. The group's first meeting concluded the risk to the marine environment remains minimal. Shell is reporting an oil sheen has been spotted on the surface of the water in the Gulf of Mexico. Shell says the sheen is approximately 10 square miles across and is located between the Mars and Ursa production areas. The source of the sheen is unknown, but so far there are no indications it originated from either area. Shell notified the National Response Center about the sheen and activated the Marine Spill Response Corporation vessel, the Louisiana Responder. The vessel has both skimming and boom abilities. The Gulf of Mexico was home to one of the worst spills in history after the Deepwater Horizon rig exploded in April of 2010. The explosion and leak cost owner BP billions of dollars in fines and cleanup costs. Reuters is reporting offshore drilling activity has begun to recover in the Gulf of Mexico after a downturn following the Deepwater Horizon accident. Reuters reports rising oil prices and uncertainty in the global market has encouraged many companies back to investments in the Gulf. After a dip following the Deepwater Horizon incident, the number of rigs has recovered to nearly the same level, with 29 currently in operation. The Wall Street Journal reports that most analysts still see companies favoring new unconventional oil fields in places like Texas and North Dakota, but some have turned to offshore oil production because of lower costs. ONEOK Partners has announced plans to invest between $1.5 and $1.8 billion to build a 1,300-mile crude oil pipeline between the Bakken Shale region in North Dakota and Cushing, Oklahoma. The pipeline would have the capacity to transport 200,000 barrels per day. Supply commitments for the proposed pipeline are in various stages of negotiation. Construction is expected to begin in late 2013 or early 2014 and be completed by early 2015. Based on supply commitments prior to construction, the capacity can be increased. The proposed route will also be well positioned to transport crude oil production from the Niobrara Shale. Thank you for joining us this week. For these stories and more, go to PennEnergy.com.